Hi, welcome back. Today is, well, this was yesterday, so it was Tuesday, July the 14th. I took a trade during A's session, right? So I'm going to take you through my process, what I was thinking throughout this trade. And yeah, so you're going to see my technical analysis during this trade, right? So as you see, right, you know, we open up, we dump, right? And if we go here to the hourly, I seen that we edged if it loads here. So let me close this right here. Close this here too. Oh yeah, you can't even see it, but I seen that we edged a hourly, uh, we edge, make sure I hide this because not because it looked like we tapped into it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so we edged this hourly gap, right? And then, okay, and then I seen that we edged it, right? So that's still my drawn liquidity, right? So my deal, my drawn liquidity, right, is still this 1 hour fair value gap, right? So my DOL is DOL, where is this? Right, my DL is that right there, right? Also, there's an SMT at this high, so that's also where I got that from, right? So we got an SMT here. Um, right, we got DOL, got this 1 hour fair value gap here. So FEG, right, this 1 hour FEG. Um, right, and also price also came down. We came into discount, right? So as you see, price came into discount, right? We have an X. What's 5 minute here? Right, so boom, right. As you see, ES did not take this high, right, and NQ did. So as you can see, right, ES did not take this high right here. So I seen that we had an external SMG, right, and we're in discount of the range, right. So we're in discount of the range. We have external SMT, right. We edge this 1 hour fair value gap, right. So that's my draw on liquidity, right. And so what I wait here. So I go down to the 1 minute. So we have external SMT, um, right, and then I see we put in this internal SMT, right, with this change in state of delivery here, which looks like I waited. I don't know what's when I did it. Oh yeah, I waited for us to put another leg in. So let this play out a little bit. Boom, boom, right? And then so we put an SMT at this high right here. So SMT, right? And then I also took my fib retracement here. So right, so I could show where I could target. So fib, um, so boom, as you see, we tapped in the series of up close candles, and that's the change in state of delivery right here. CISD, we tapped in the change in state of delivery, right? Let's see, CISD, ICISD, right? So boom, change in state of delivery. So boom, took a short here. Uh, um, and, uh, and I targeted. Well, I targeted this for a gap. You could target this too. And so boom, took a short, right? We have external SMT, we have internal SMT, right? Change in state of delivery, right? Stop loss at these highs here, right? So I'm not really trying to see price come back up to this leg. So boom, that's what I saw, right? We edge this 1 hour fair value gap. And so yeah, I still seen that as a draw liquidity. As price would probably because we rebalanced this range, right? We rebalanced that range. We had external SMT, internal SMT, and so I figured that our new drawn liquidity was this 1 hour fair value gap. So I'm gonna let it play out here. As you can see, right, we play out and stop it, boom, right? And also, I just hopped off the charts after this, but and I hopped on later, so I took two trades. But as you can see, it literally did it to the tick, and we just started pumping. So you could have traded that too, right? There was no internal low in here except this one all the way down here, but did not take that. But Yeah, as you can see, we just started dumping right there. I'm pretty sure there was an external SMT here too. But yeah, so we started pumping, right? And so yeah, so I let that happen. I caught my W, hopped off the charts a little bit. I seen that we reacted perfect later on. I said a couple pictures to my friend. It's like, damn, bro, look at this. So yeah. And then if you see, you wonder what this is, right? This right here is a daily fair value gap. Well, one day, well, now it's IVG, right? VG, right? Right. So as you see, we're in a daily inversion fair value gap. Uh, it's like, okay. And then basically my whole thought process, I think I just copped like a 1 to 2 RR trade and just hopped off the charts here after. But, right, so seeing that we had this internal draw in the inversion fair value gap to a daily fair value gap, right? So I figured that was probably going to be drawn liquidity. Actually did not log into it. And then boom, I seen that we took this external SMT. Wow, I probably missed my trade. Hold up. Because I was paying really close to this actually. So let me hop on this right. Uh, let me hop on the 1 minute chart. Uh, uh, uh. Right. Oh, and so yeah. So hold on, let me go do this too, because this is where I also use my fib retracement on. So we had like 3 confluences on this, and this was a little bit more of a discretionary trade, right? So fib, we see, right? We're also in this range, right? Constant erosion, right? Let's just play out. Boom. Right. So we have extra SMT. ES did not take this high. Q did. Right. So we have this extra SMT. And I think I just entered a trade because I figured that since we took this internal draw in the 1 hour, 1 daily fair value gap, I figured that our next draw in liquidity was just rebalancing this range that we put in overnight, right? So that was basically like my whole thought process. I figured that we would just probably come down here, rebalance this range, uh, and yeah, so that's what happened. So I basically just took a short on like a 1 minute inversion, and so yeah, let me put a short in here, called out this high, and I targeted these lows right here, right? And then boom, sell. And yeah, that was basically my drawn liquidity there. Oh, let's put a short here. I need to start recording these, but right, so boom, 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 right. So my whole idea is that we're gonna come back and retest this 15-minute gap, right? And you have all this low resistant liquidity too. So all this low LR, right? After we just swept out this high, right? And we swept out the high to the left of us, right? So boom, boom, and then yeah. So let it play out, right? And then bang. Yep. So those are the 2 trades I took. And so yeah. And so you're probably wondering, right? So I could have longed it right to the 50% of this range, right? But I didn't. And also you typically want to do on the leading index, which is basically since this index took this high, right? So you probably want to trade ES. And as you can see, right, I'm about to show you that we actually happened to true day open, which is literally perfect, right? And hold on, let me see something else, right? Let me go to this 5 minute here and see if I can spot anything else, which I didn't spot. I was actually asleep at this time, but I do want to see if there was a level here too, right? No, not really. But other than 3.25, right? But yeah, as you can see that price, right? This keeps on dumping. Did we tap this? Wow, we tapped that. Okay. But yeah, prices keeps on dumping. And so yeah, so I could have traded, right? As you see, like C1, C3, boom, right? We tapped in midnight, and yeah, you could have longed it from there. You could took a short off of off of ES if you wanted to the constant encroachment. So this is the 50% range. As you see, it literally hit TP, and then that's why you always don't want to trade on the this index. Is like, as you see, we just consolidated the whole time. But yeah, those are the true trades I took, and yeah, that's all.